Hi guys, okay, this is a follow-up. Earlier I brought out my 6'2" pocket navy, and as I demonstrated, when I fired, the holes in the nipples, the orifice, was so large that the back pressure was blowing the cap all the way down to here. It would just lift the hammer up and blow it back. Didn't matter what the load was. I had several people comment and said, you need to reduce your load. I went down to 5 grains of filler. It still blew it back. So you could physically look at the nipple and see the difference. And right here I'm going to try to put a good picture of, you can see the difference between these Tresco nipples that I replaced it with, that I got from Taylor's and Company, and the stock nipple that came in it. So here's that picture. As you can see, there's a big difference, and there's a whole lot of blowback pressure. So I'm betting that this is going to hold it back. So today we're going to come out and give it a try. So my load is going to be 10 grains of 4F and a Era's Gone Bullet Molds Colt bullet, conical. That's the game plan. I'm going to shoot 1 cylinder full just to make sure it doesn't cap jam every time. And then I'm going to set up my chronograph and let's just see what kind of ballistics we're getting out of this thing with that bullet. Everything is pre-lubed, and I pre-lubed the barrel, as I've talked about. And let's see what we get. Tap it to settle it. Insert the bullet. Just like that, wiggle, wiggle, and get it to fit down in there. Come on, drop down. I have found that if you will set the front edge under first into the actual chamber, it does better. There. Now taking a rag, hook it, send it home. Just like that. Let me get loaded, I'll be right back with you. Now it was said that Wild Bill Hickok would take his 51 Navy, and as a demonstration of his prowess, he would put up a standard playing card at 7 paces, 7 yards, and keep all shots on that playing card, often keeping them all on the ace, and then give those away as tokens to individuals. Sometimes for intimidation, come up and lay it down next to you in the bar like, I will take you, or as a genuine token of affection to someone else who just wanted a keepsake. Now this ain't Dodge City, and I ain't Wild Bill Hickok. I'm going to see if I can keep all shots on that card with this. I don't know. First time I fired it, with this will be the second time I ever fired it. And we shall see. But I'll be at 7 yards. And we shall try. Right, here's the 7 yard mark. Well, they're not cap jamming. They're busting correct. Making sure my caps are staying seated. Well, I think Wild Bill would have beat me at that. No cap jam until right then whenever I had one fall off and go down the pipe. But that was one that was already busted and stayed up here, but my turning it, it fell loose and went down there. It did not jam during the thing. So that's success in that. I did not get cap jams throughout that. And the fouling in here in this thing is much less than it was, and my hand is not completely black like it was. So that is an improvement. So if you get one of these pocket revolvers, I recommend the Trescos. They've got a much smaller orifice and much better suited for this. Now let's see how I did. I tell you, it ain't gonna be great. Okay, first shot, second shot, third shot, fourth shot, fifth shot. I will tell you right now, it was not the gun. My eyesight is not that great. Focus back. Here we go. I'll tell you right now, it wasn't the gun, it was my eyes. That teeny tiny little cone, that little bitty notch, I didn't bring my glasses with me. And it just disappeared. You see me come off to the side. I need to go out here in a contrasting color to see my sight and then try to hold it and bring it over. I should have thought of better target, because trying to see that sight on that, it just gone. They just faded in. So I could not see my sights. I just had to use the Zen method. But still, at 7 yards, I kept all shot on the man target, and I didn't. It's a 4 of them I can cover with my hand, and then 1 flyer. So that big an area at 7 yards, yeah, that's adequate for what it was designed for, personal defense, right? I need to open them sights up and get my glasses on and shoot bunnies with it. But it shows potential, and with that, conical bullet. So now let me set up my chronograph and let's just see what kind of ballistics we're getting out of this thing with 10 grains and a conical. Let's see what we're getting. I believe it's a 80 grain conical. So let's see what we're getting. Okay, I'm now loaded with the same Era's Gone bullet molds, Colt bullet, 10 grains of 4F, a CCI number 11 cap. I pinched them just slightly to put them on. They're a good fit anyway, but I always do that just to make sure it's not just add a little more friction. I don't crush them like some people do. I just make it just enough where it slides on with a little resistance, so as the back pressure of a gun firing doesn't blow it off. Now, it didn't gap jam once when I was shooting that a minute ago, so I'm hopeful of this. But let's see what the ballistics is going to be. Now, I'm going to be back here about 5-10 yards behind it. And I'm going to zoom you in so you can see what the readout is, hopefully, on the actual chronograph. Just bear with me a second. Best laid plans of mice and men, you know. Come on, tighten up. There we go. Alright, one more little. Alright, I think you can see that now. Alright, let's see what we get. .351 feet per second. That's awful slow. .427. .433. Whoa, okay. Focus in. There you go, 433. So, that's not very impressive, is it? But I expect more from this. Now that's just a first time ever doing it, trying it out, you know what I mean? So, the conical ball does fit. It does group pretty well. 4F powder does function in it, but is it the best? How about 777? On something so small, it might do it. I just got to work out the exact load. Now I'm about to, let me reload 3 more rounds, and this time I'm going to load with 777 powder. And let's see if it makes a big difference. I'm sure it will get more ballistic out of it. I want somewhere around 600 feet per second, 650, something like that. This is not going to be, you're only using 10 grains. So if you're looking for a gun that's really cheap to shoot, one of these. Because 10 grain charges, that's 700 shots to a pound of powder. And a 88 grain round ball, which you could cast yourself, caps, you get a lot of shooting out of it. And it's supposed to be about as powerful as a 22 Magnum. Something like that. A bigger ball does more damage. But at the same time, I think we can ramp it up a little bit. So let me reload with 777 and let's see what we get out of it. Okay, we are now loaded with 777. Let's see what we get out of it. Chronograph is on. Do the zoom in. Excuse the noise, but we are at the range. Okay, there you can see that now. Alright, here we go. $425. Error, missed it. Let the smoke clear. $479. Okay. 479. Okay, that's getting close to 500. I have not actually, and no cap jams. They're busting. As you can see, they're busting and staying on the nipple. That's fine. If I'm in no combat, I can pick them off. Now I can do my little tricks that I do to dehorn the hammer and etc. to try to get these to fall off easier and do what they're supposed to do. Seems to be busting and going around the corner on me on that one. There we go. Okay. But not much blowback, nice and tight, consistent, okay? That's what we're looking for. So, the Tresco nipples have cured the cap jam problem and have opened up the horizon now for me to focus on accuracy, tuning, dehorning the hammer, getting the sights where I can see them easier. I will take that front sight and make it a little more easy for my eyes to see. I will deepen and widen that rear notch so my old eyes can see it more clearly. A little trick here or there will fix things. Now, let me point out one last thing before we're done for the day. Okay. Taking the wedge out of any of the Colt products can be sometimes a little bit of hassle. And guys want to carry things beat and bang and hit with whatever. Let me tell you the best thing I've ever found. A clothespin. You take the clothespin apart and you got 2 hardwood wedges. It's already got a taper on one end and a larger end on the other. The large end, which is the part that actually grips the clothes, is perfect for whenever you're seating those caps. Do like this and put your thumb on it and press and seat the caps. When you got those caps, you want to make sure they're fully seated. Perfect. For taking the wedge out, all you got to do is take the other end, the top of the clothespin, put it in the opening, give it a bump, and out comes the wedge. I'm not scarring up my wedge with some steel or beating it or banging it. That simple, cheap, hardwood piece works every time. You get 2 of them with every clothespin. Just get your 5 or 6, go ahead and take the spring off of them, put them in your shooting kit, and you'll always have a way to knock the wedge out without damaging it. Well, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like, share, and subscribe button before you go. And there'll be more videos coming up in the Percussion Revolver series. Now, this 62 pocket Navy will be what will be the May Percussion Revolver class. We'll focus on the 62 pocket Navy, and we'll also talk about the 31 pocket. I'll put them side and side, and we'll talk about the advantages and how they and why they upgraded it and etc. But as you can see, it's a very nice little gun. It functions very fine. I want to get my feet per second up somewhere between 5.5 or 600. That's more than enough for busting bunnies and stuff like that. And it seems to be a fairly accurate pistol. So I want to dial it in for that. So that's more to come. Till next time, guys, I'm Blackie, wishing you safe journeys. Have a great day, guys.